Color Management. The various options found in the Color Management panel let you configure DaVinci Color Management, RCM, or ACES if you have either enabled, and they also allow you to pre- or post-process the DaVinci Resolve image processing pipeline using LUTs and Broadcast Safe settings in order to accommodate a wide range of different color workflows. Color space and transforms. If you choose DaVinci YRGB Color Managed or ACES in the Color Science menu at the top, then the other drop-down menus in this section become enabled. If you choose to use Resolve Color Management, RCM, ACSCC, or ACSCCT, the settings in this panel give you extensive control over how color is transformed, starting with choosing the default color settings for the source media in your project, via the input color space, through choosing how you want your grading controls in DaVinci Resolve to behave, via the timeline color space, and then specifying how the final color will look on your monitor and output device, via the output color space. Color Science, there are 4 options that let you choose whether to work with manual or automated color management. DaVinci YRGB Color Science, DaVinci Resolve's original color science, in which you manage all and any color transforms from one color space to another manually, using either LUTs or manual adjustments. DaVinci YRGB Color Managed enables the Resolve Color Managed workflow, RCM, for grading. DaVinci ACSCC or ACSCCT, both of these are standardized color management schemes that are available for facilities using ACES workflows. Of the available settings, ACSCCT is the most intuitive way of working for most colorists, as it handles the lifting of shadows in a creatively useful way. ACES version, this drop-down only appears if you choose one of the DaVinci ACES options from the Color Science drop-down menu. Lets you switch between different versions of the ACES specification. As of DaVinci Resolve 14, ACES 1.0.3 is the minimum supported version. In version 16, DaVinci Resolve also supports ACES 1.1. Use separate color space and gamma. If this checkbox is turned off, the default, the color management panel of the project settings exposes one drop-down each for the input, timeline, and output color space settings, and each setting simultaneously transforms the gamut and gamma, depending on which option you choose. If you turn this checkbox on, then the color management panel changes so that the input, timeline, and output color space settings each display 2 pop-ups. The first drop-down lets you explicitly set the gamut, while the second drop-down lets you explicitly set the gamma. Lookup Tables. How lookup tables work. A lookup table, LUT, is a table of values used to transform the color and luminance of an image. A 1D LUT uses a 2-column table for input color and output color, while a 3D LUT uses more of a matrix. A LUT is used primarily to correct for variances in the monitor or the source color space of the image. You can choose to apply a LUT to all the viewers or apply different LUTs to each viewer. Different options let you insert image processing to different stages of the pipeline as seen in the following diagram. This group of controls lets you add LUTs to the Resolve image processing pipeline that affect every timeline in the entire project all at once. These LUTs can be used for a wide variety of functions, such as to trim timeline grades, apply log to linear conversions, simulate film output, and limit the signal to accommodate broadcast safe requirements. Keep in mind that since you can apply both 1D and 3D LUTs simultaneously, 1D LUTs at each step are always applied before 3D LUTs. Input Lookup Table, 2 drop-down menus let you add 1D and or 3D LUTs that process the current timeline before every other image processing operation in DaVinci Resolve. Output Lookup Table, 2 drop-down menus let you add 1D and or 3D LUTs that process the current timeline after the operations applied in the color page, but before the temporarily applied display LUT. Video Monitor Lookup Table, 2 drop-down menus let you add 1D and or 3D LUTs that process the current timeline after every other image processing operation in DaVinci Resolve. However, display LUTs are only temporarily applied for purposes of monitoring. They're never applied to rendered media, or to the signal that is output to tape using the controls in the Deliver page. Color Viewer Lookup Table. 2 drop-down menus let you add 1D and/or 3D LUTs that process the image shown in the viewer on your computer display, independently of the display LUT that's used to output to your broadcast display. Scopes Lookup Table. You can choose to have the software scopes use the Video Monitor LUT selection, or any other LUT installed on your system, to transform this analysis to reflect the monitored output. 3D Lookup Table Interpolation lets you choose the processing quality of both LUT and DCTL operations in DaVinci Resolve. 3D lookup tables are 3D tables of red, green, and blue values that specify an output color value for each input color value, thereby providing a method of making color transformations using pre-calculated data. You can choose from 2 methods that trade off processing efficiency for higher quality: trilinear or tetrahedral. Update Lists button refreshes the LUT drop-down menus if you've added new LUTs to your system since DaVinci Resolve has been opened. Open LUT Folder button. This selection opens the master folder in your file system, as described in the list of DaVinci Resolve LUT paths shown above. Broadcast Safe. Broadcast Safe settings can be enabled while you grade to limit both the luma and chroma of the video signal to one of 3 levels of acceptable overshoots and undershoots. Broadcast Safe IRE Levels, a drop-down menu for choosing one of 3 levels of aggressiveness when limiting the signal. Choose the range that corresponds to your quality control requirements. Make Broadcast Safe a checkbox that turns Broadcast Safe limiting on and off.